What about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know.
Jalen Carter charged with reckless driving and racing that resulted in the death of not only a teammate, but it was the athletic trainer or athletic recruiter. Yep. So, what y'all think about this, man? This is the breaking news today. Straight up. Right off the rip. I was not expecting this.
I wasn't either. Word is he was racing the guy that died with the the recruiting girl. We don't know if that's possible. I don't know if you can put him at blame for this. Obviously, he didn't wreck the car, right? But this was after the national championship. Everybody was celebrating. This was like, 3 a.m, something like that?
Yeah.
When this happened. They said that, he said that he was, what did he say, a half a mile from the scene when it happened?
Mm-hmm.
I think is what it said. There's been a few reports that has come out, but
wrong place, wrong time.
I'm curious to think how serious y'all think about this. Like, what do you think he should get? Should have hurt his draft stock? Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I was just gonna say, like, there's already I don't know if like scouts are saying this, but I've seen reports and stuff that are saying like he has bad character issues already. So I don't know. This is just more.
They're gonna, but does he really though? Or are they going to say that about every person that plays defense?
Say that about everybody. Like, I don't know. I've seen the most about him in terms of like character that are like bad traits about him.
Yeah, but that was months ago when they said that, and everybody was calling, myself included. I was calling him crazy. I was like, "Was it like? Tell me why?" You know what I'm saying? But everybody has their flaws. But I don't know if you would call this a character issue.
I mean, you got to be a little wacky to play football, bro. Let's just call it keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have that crazy.
Let's look at Michael Parsons. Everyone was talking about how bad of a character he was coming out of college, and then he went in the NFL and became one of the best defensive players in the league. So I don't really look into like this character things as a big deal unless like it really can affect him in the future. But I don't know. I think he has a lot of talent. It's just that with something like this is definitely going to probably like maybe hit his draft stock just a little bit, but not too much. Not being. I don't know if he's still going to participate in the combine with this happening.
This is absolutely going to affect him one way or another.
Yeah.
I mean, the combine starts tomorrow. He had to go back to Athens today to clear his name of this situation. So who even knows? When did the D-line practice? On Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got several days to get himself back right and get there. This absolutely had to happen. Let's just look at the details here, right? So the details are Georgia defensive tackle Jalen Carter, projected as one of the top players in next month's NFL draft, has been charged with reckless driving and racing in conjunction with the crash that killed offensive lineman Devin Willock and a recruiting staff member. The Athens Clarke County Police Department has issued an arrest warrant obtained Wednesday by the Associated Press that alleges Carter was racing his 2021 Jeep Trackhawk against a 2021 Ford Expedition driven by the recruiting staffer, 24-year-old Chandler LeGroy, which led to the January 2015 wreck. What day is it?
March 1st.
So a month and a half later, we're starting to do this. This is absolutely not a coincidence.
No.
And if you think this is a coincidence, you're crazy, bro. My wife already told me, man, when she was in college, she went to Syracuse. She played on the field hockey team. She said a bunch of dumb stuff happens to players all the time that really don't deserve it. And then a lot of unfortunate things happen that are really the real thing. So, of course, the bad in a 50-50 situation is going to stick out more than the good. So even if he was, a mile or something away from the situation, he's going to get dragged into this every single time because of the circumstances of winning not only the national championship, but him being a defensive player does not help his case as well. So it's just a mixture and a potion of bad things to happen. I mean, at the end of the day, he did put out a post about, about pretty much clearing his name. Let me go ahead and pull it up. But Hayden,
Yeah.
what was your thought?
I received a telephone call.
So is this like 100% confirmed that he was there racing them?
I believe so.
100% evidence. They have like everything that they need to fully guarantee that he was at that site, or was it just he was just a half a mile away?
I mean, because of our justice system, you're going to get locked up over an alleged situation.
Like,
so anything involving that, if a warrant's out for your arrest, they pretty much have enough credibility to go ahead and arrest you, even if it's not 100% right.
Because I hope, like, for his sake and just everything, that it isn't true that he raced. Because, like, overall, he's a great player. He's going to be a beast in the NFL. But, like, this is also a man who's, like, facing charges that we don't even know for sure whether or not he committed. That's the thing that really stands out to me, because they say he was a mile or a half a mile away. I forgot which one it was, but do we know it was because of the race, or maybe he was going somewhere else? That's the thing I want to know before I fully like decide which side I'm on.
Well, the story is that he lied to the cops about not being there, or about being a mile away when he was there. That's what was claimed. Right.
It's a sticky situation. So here was Jalen Carter's statement this morning when he found out. This morning, I received a telephone call from the Athens, Georgia Police Department informing me that the 2 misdemeanor warrants have been issued against me for reckless driving and racing. Numerous media reports also circulated this morning containing inaccurate information concerning the tragic events of January 15, 2023. It is my intention to return to Athens to answer the misdemeanor charges against me and to make certain that the complete and accurate truth is presented. There is no question in my mind that when all of the facts are known, that I will be fully exonerated any criminal wrongdoing. To me, this sounds like he's an innocent man.
It does.
It does. And if he's not too, the worst thing that's going to happen to him is what? Some misdemeanor fines and some community service.
Yeah.
Because like I said, he didn't wreck the car. If he was racing with him, that is a shame, and he's got to kind of live with that. But at the same time, it's like,
he didn't.
What crime did you really commit other than racing?
Speeding.
I agree with Sajid here. He said, why are these 2 vehicles racing anyways? A Jeep Trackhawk and a Ford Expedition? What the hell is going on? Brother, what is going on? Brother, what we doing?
And
like,
to
no.
be fair, I have challenged some stupid cars in a race before. in Mercury Mariner, to be fair.
Bro.
Hey, I got my ass kicked every single time, but still challenge.
I don't know, man.
I don't think it should affect too much for the guy. I mean, I understand it's the worst timing for it. And that's another thing. There's claims that people bring this stuff up just out of the blue at certain times like this because of the draft, because of certain stuff like this. We talked about the character thing at the end of the season. So I don't know if this is like some kind of conspiracy type thing, but I just don't think it's that big of a deal as far as like blaming the kid.
It is more than just ironic that it's happening a day before the NFL Combine starts. Like, why did this not happen in mid-February, a month after, like around the 15th, 14th?
Not to put our conspiracy theory hats on or to like get in the political side, because I mean, we're bringing it up because it directly relates to college football and his draft stock. That's why we're bringing it up. But the thing is like, oh, this guy's a top 3 pick for sure. He might be. Oh yeah. Maybe going number 1, maybe going number 2, maybe going number 3. I don't think anybody here before the news happened that he's not going to be in one of those spots. Like, it's a lot guaranteed, unless he comes in and just messes up at the combine. But why do this at this point in time? You know, some people are probably going to be like, you know, there's there's some teams out there that really want him, and then they're trying to mess it up for the top 3. And then also, you got to think about the fact that there's a lot of players out there that would love to be in this position, and in his position before the Chargers. I mean, like in the top 3 spot. How much is this going to throw his focus off this week?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
It absolutely is.
You've been preparing for this moment your whole life, and then you get here to prove yourself, and then now is the time where they bring some stuff up just to throw you off your game. Not saying that they did it to throw off their game. Maybe, I mean, everything's got to go through the legal system. Like nothing happens overnight. That's like if I shoot you, Hayden, right now, we're probably not going to go to court until a year later for the murder charges. That's just how our system works. And it's crazy, right? You could, I could be on video saying, Hayden, I'm gonna kill you, with the gun pointed in his face, showing the serial number with a name tag for both of us. Bow, I kill him. I gotta wait a year to get locked up,
and you gotta sit the whole year too. It's like it's crazy.
I got a question. Okay. So this happens, right? Like we think his draft stock obviously probably kind of suffers. Well, like how far does he drop?
He's dropping to 15, baby.
Of course.
He'll probably still go top 20 minimum, probably.
Yeah, top 20. I hope he falls to 15 if it does drop. But I think he'll stay in the top 10.
Man, you trying to have him and Wyatt, bro? Chill.
Dude, I want the Georgia Dogs, boy.
And they got
Walker, Eric Stokes, and Eric Stokes.
Yeah,
I want all them Bulldogs.
What was your question again, Manny? I want to make sure I answer.
Because this is gonna obviously hurt his draft stock. How far down does he drop?
Oh, how far down is he gonna go? I don't know. It's really so he better hope those edge rushers don't come out, or those interior D linemen don't come out and just show, like Brian Bresee for example. He better hope he doesn't come out and rep 35 times and run like a really fast 40. I don't think that's happening. But I'm just saying he better hope somebody doesn't have a Trayvon Walker kind of year, because that could happen. In this case, how much will he drop? It's really going to be determined on how he does in those interviews. Because, like, I mean, think about it. Everybody's human here. Let's not act like maybe Coach is probably the only one. Well, we've seen Coach snap during the during the DeMar Hamlin thing. I mean, enough is enough with the buffoonery, as in his words. But everybody's got that point where they just break, man. And some people have it quicker than others. I don't know Jalen personally, so I can't say for a fact that his glass gets way fuller than mine on certain situations where he just pops a lid and goes off. If you're going to be in these meeting rooms and they're going to be crazy when they ask you questions to see if they can throw you off your game, you better be prepared 100% to go in there and answer the tough questions. If he has any inkling of an attitude, that will drop his stock dramatically. I don't think it's his performance during the combine, because you see enough on tape. I don't think that's the worry here. The worry is, are you letting this outside stuff affect you? And if he doesn't he doesn't even have to nail it. He just has to go in there, just be himself, as if they just came off a national championship run. The national championship game was yesterday. That's how I would approach it. Like, we just got off a national championship. I'm still happy. Whatever happened, I can't worry about that. They're going to try to throw him off. And that's going to be his most difficult thing. The mental side of this is what's going to be the most difficult thing for him to grasp. And then, of course, with the workouts, too. Like, let's just say Brian Bresee or any of those guys come out and they start snapping, and he's got all this stuff in the back of his head. I mean, it's going to be hard. So I don't know if he's the type of dude to use the adversity for something better, and he's just going to show out, or is he going to use it where it's just going to totally diminish what he's going to do this week? I don't I don't know. It's unfortunate. I don't think it's fair. But if the legal system worked itself out to say, hey, we could start opening up the case and start sending warrants out for people, then I'm not a big conspiracy guy either. But I'm just saying there are some people out there, I had to do this week. I understand it's unfortunate. But when has any bad situation ever been fortunate? I expect the Dookie pipe to get backed up this this week. You know what I'm saying? Has everybody been in an unfortunate situation? Like, well, yeah, that's great that it happened. Now I'm totally prepared. No, if you get in a car accident tomorrow, you're gonna be like,
oh well, call the insurance company.
Call the insurance company. What an inconvenience. Inconveniences are never convenient, bro.
Hey, you could be an elite level talent like Carter and still drop because of character issues. They always look at that. Like they're gonna challenge him on these types of questions. Let me see. Those two teams that are picking in the top 5, the Colts and the Cardinals, they love talking about that. And I'm pretty sure most teams love talking about the player, like, and how he is, through practice, how he acts in real life, like outside of practice, off the field. Like they're gonna look at all that, and it's gonna be challenging for him more than others. So I can't wait to see what he does.
What you about to say, Hayden?
Not more than others, because we don't know everyone's like how challenging an interview is for a person, but it's going to be tough for him, especially with.
He's interviewing for a job, just like any of us would go and interview for a job, except some people interview way harder than others, and their goal in this interview process is to throw them off their game to see if they're a good fit for their team. That's what happens during these things. It's not to see it. It's not to be like, oh, yes, he nailed every single simple question that we asked. No, they're going to be like when we had to ask Jadis. If the big hand is on the 12 and the little hand is on the 3, what time is it? As difficult as that was for him to answer.
3:11.
You know what I'm saying? As difficult as that was for him to answer, we need to know, can you run these hands for us? You know?
Yeah.
But sorry, Jadis, I had to throw it in there, bro. You walked yourself right into that.
Don't apologize for that one. That was
one. Was that was Slay?
That was me.
In addition, you're trying to stop the Slay abuse.
Oh man,
not in that case.
That was
that's what I thought.
Or the 12 donuts question. Jadis, if you had 12 donuts and each one of them is 1 penny, how much are the 12 donuts, bro? This man said $25. I said, I'm done, bro.
I'm done.
It's a fraction of the cost.
If you're paying $25 for a donut, you got to rethink your life.
Hey, man, they better be Krispy Kremes, man. They better be Krispy Kremes.
I think even Krispy Kremes are cheaper.